Join us today as we make a savory French recipe from the 14th century. Hello and welcome to another Vintage Day. Today my husband and I are going to make another recipe, and of course he got to pick it. And he said we're going to make cassoulet. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Cassoulet. Ooh, it sounds great. Anyway, I have had this, and it was at a restaurant in Carcassonne, France. It's the first place that I had it with you.
Mm-hmm.
But generally you can only find it in a restaurant. I don't think I've ever had anybody serve it. So tell me a little bit more about it.
Well, cassoulet is a very old medieval recipe from the southwest of France. And it is said that this recipe is slightly different in every village in the whole region. So we'll make one of the versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can find recipes as far back as the 1350s.
1350s.
Yes. Yeah, it's a long time ago.
So they've had a long time to perfect it.
Yes. And also you could find online the fact that this recipe evolved from other even farther back recipes from Spain and that area. So it's just...
So it's not traditionally a French...
Well, it is now. It has become for the past...
Hundreds of years.
700 years, yes,
oh,
it is.
Oh, okay.
It is definitely there.
So what's involved in all of this? Because this looks like a lot of ingredients.
Yes, but there's like one legume, a lot of meat.
Yeah, but I'm a simple cook, so this is pretty advanced. So
yeah, but all the meats have been prepared already by other guys. So
okay, so what do we have here?
Okay, so overnight we had 2 pounds of haricots tarbais that's been soaked in fresh water.
What's an haricot tarbais?
Haricot
it just
tarbais
looks like a bean to me.
It's a white bean, but it's specifically grown in the southwest of France, near the town of Tarbes. And some recipes, they ask for the haricot of that place, and the haricot of that place. So there is like 3 or 4 that are very famous. In this case, we have the tarbais, which is the most famous of all of them. And so you soak them overnight in water. You make sure that you keep an eye on them so they don't overgrow the water. Keep like an inch or 2 water above. And they go from this small to this big. It's pretty impressive. But you know about beans growing.
Sure.
So that's the main ingredient. And then you go into the meat part. So you have ventrèche, about 12 ounces of that, which is basically a pork belly that's been rolled. And it's salted a little bit. It's not smoked at all.
Is that like bacon?
Yeah, it's like French bacon or the pancetta in Italy. But it just happens to be rolled instead of being in a slab.
Okay.
And then you have some duck sausages that have been mixed also with some Armagnac, which is a type of brandy from the southwest of France as well. There's a garlic sausage, which is also typical of that area.
So that's like a pork sausage, not another duck thing.
No.
Because I've never heard of duck sausage.
Well, no, you will. Well, you must have ate it back then.
Well, I didn't know what I was eating, which was pretty typical when I was in France. I never knew what I was eating.
And we have duck confit, the legs of duck confit.
And what does confit mean?
Confit, it's basically being baked slowly in an oven, and all the fat has been rendered, and it's basically to be confit, to be like the essence of the meat. It's just all that's left. And in this case, you have a full leg, and we'll be cutting it too, and you'll give more portions to your guest later on today. And then you have a couple of onions, a carrot, some garlic, clove, tomato paste. And then there'll be the demi-glace, which is made of duck and veal. Will be mixed with water. There'll be some duck fat, which is basically the southwest of France butter.
Good with everything.
Yes. Always have some in your fridge, it's great. And then you have some salt, pepper, and then we'll also make a bouquet garni from scratch.
A what?
A bouquet garni.
You're gonna make me a bouquet?
Yes, it's that time of the year.
I love bouquets.
And we'll make that with some cheesecloth and that's it. Anyway, so that's
awesome.
That's it. So this looks like a lot of ingredients, but it's very basic. It's very traditional.
Okay, well, let's get started.
Yes.
Okay, show me your bouquet.
Okay, bouquet garni. 5 twigs of parsley. some celery leaves, all the things that you don't get to use much. You make a soup. One twig of fresh thyme, one bay leaf, and some peppercorns, about 10-15 of them. Simple as that. Now the difficult part.
Okay, Fancy Pants, how are you going to make that all stay in there?
Excellent question. And like this, like that, and this.
I think I see a team effort coming on here.
Yes. Always have help around the kitchen.
I can do this.
Okay. Make it tight. There we go.
Like a knot? I was going to do a bow, but probably a knot, huh?
Yes.
Voilà.
Okay. Simple as that.
Where's my bouquet?
Oh, sorry. Would you marry me again? She probably will.
Okay, with bouquet de garni, now what?
Yes. Okay. So we drained the haricot, the beans, and depending on the size of your heavy metal pot, you may have too much, or you feel like you may not have enough. But if you feel like you have too many, remove some of the 2-pounders, because this is a lot of beans.
So like would a regular cast iron pot work, or does it have to be enameled?
No, it could be. Well, this is cast iron.
Yeah, but it's enameled. It's a pretty one.
Yes, it's French. Anywho, so we have the beans, as many beans as you feel like you should have. Then you take the ventrèche. You don't cut any of it. You just place it in here, and then the whole head of garlic, raised in cloves. We're just basically going to put all the ingredients like carrots. And I know this is funny.
This is so weird.
It's very French too, again.
Stick your clove in your
So
onion.
you have a whole clove and you're gonna stick 1 or 2 in each half onions. Again, this whole part of the prepping is to give taste, flavor to the beans.
Okay.
So just put those in there. No rhyme, no reason, just follow. And then the bouquet garni from earlier, I stole it from her. And we put that in there. Okay, that's about it. And now we just cover the whole thing with at least 3 inches of water. And once you have enough water, you're gonna put it on the range and boil it. And then for an hour for medium simmer, just until the beans are kind of becoming tender.
Okay.
And that's it for phase 1, I guess.
It looks really weird, but okay.
It'll be fine.
Okay. I trust you.
See you in a bit. Okay, now we're putting the duck sausages in a skillet. And we're gonna brown them a little bit. And then when they're done, we'll cut them in thirds and set them aside with the rest of the meat. Okay, now we're cutting the duck legs in 2. Just follow where the joint is. Okay, and now we're cutting the garlic sausage. Many slices. time to prep the actual dish.
Okay,
So we have the cast iron, Le Creuset, or whichever brand you have at home. Duck fat. It's room temperature, very liquidy. So you can use your hands if you want, but then you're gonna smell the duck the rest of the week, and your dog will love you forever. So basically, what would be the verb in English here?
Coat the entire inside of the pan.
The bottom and the sides, like you would do a cake pan, I guess. But I bet you don't use duck fat for a cake pan often.
So this is going to go in the oven, so you don't want the edges to stick, basically. It's like you're greasing a cake pan.
Yeah, because this dish is gonna bake in the oven for 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
So yeah, no. We're done with that for this next few minutes. Now we're gonna add half of the bean mixture. Let's say that's carrots and garlic in there. Yeah, that's about it.
You want to grab a wooden spoon and make it flat, or does that matter?
What's a layer thing? So yeah, sure. There we go. Okay, into this pot.
Oh, that's new.
You love it. All right, and now basically we're putting sausage, duck legs, and garlic sausage in there. So just in there,
Layered?
layer. Well, you know, here, there. Thank you. And more meat. This is definitely not a vegan.
This is a meat lover's dish.
It's a bit. Alright, there we go. Thank you. And now the duck legs.
So you're kind of compacting it so it all fits?
Yes. Full of goodness. Don't let the little bit. Okay, so now we have that. Oh, more meat.
That's that thingy you
Le
cut out.
ventre à chien. There you go. Merci. Okay. Well, it's a good idea to put that last, because you'll just feel
It's like all
the little,
the
little holes.
fat went all over.
Yeah. So now there was not enough fat in there, so we're gonna drizzle more of the duck fat. We'll just drizzle.
Oh my god.
I mean, you bake anything on the planet with this, it'll taste heavenly. There we go. Well, this is why I kept this here. Maybe. Okay, and guess what? We have half of the beans left, and we'll just cover that with some Runaways. I'm gonna take this guy back, and yeah, somehow it fits.
You don't put any more duck fat over that?
No, there's gonna be one more step in a minute, and for the finishing touch, just a few more steps. So you have the demi-glaze.
Which has been brought up to room temperature now. And it's nice and liquid.
Okay. Add the water. So of course the recipe and every step will be
In the comment
in the
section.
comment section.
Because there's no way anybody could remember all this.
And you may remember from the long time ago, tomato paste, and just a little bit of that.
Like, is it even enough to count for anything?
I know. I'm sure there is a reason. And then a little bit of whisking. Make the tomato paste incorporate well. Smells good, huh?
Yeah, it does. Has that alcohol smell
I know.
that you said was in that? Whatever that was.
Okay. Now we go back to the beans and we pour that all over.
Boy, don't.
We ready? So if you thought until then that, my God, this dish is gonna be very, very dry, well, that's how it stays. Well, and then guess what? There was some duck fat left. So we're gonna drizzle that on the top again. Because nothing goes to waste in this recipe.
Hold the fort.
Hold the fort. Alright, that's that. So the oven has been preheated at 325. We're going to cover this, put it in the oven for at least 2 hours. Then we'll check it. And it can go half an hour longer, an hour longer. It really depends on how the beans feel like. You're going to try once in a while. Yeah, I know. This is the way it is.
Since I have no idea what it's supposed to be
Well,
like,
if it feels good enough, it's good enough. It's like a good wine. If you like it, it's the best wine.
You don't have to stir this at all. You just
No.
level it up and put a lid on it.
And it's on its own
Okay.
until you check on it.
Let's fire up that oven.
It is already
Oh,
on.
good. Dinner soon.
Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, it's been in the oven for 2 hours. Looks yummy. So, we're going in there a little bit.
What's so hot?
I know. Alright,
All right, what?
tastes good.
Like ready good?
No.
Oh.
So another 30 minutes and we'll check it again. And then there'll be one more phase because this recipe was not complicated enough. There's one more thing to do after that.
Okay.
30 minutes later. Ooh, it's starting to dry on the top. So we look at it a little bit. And now the idea is to have this like a fixed stew down there. So there's plenty of moisture, plenty of liquid. So we probably could use a little more. So I made some chicken broth. You can add chicken broth, you can add demi-glaze, you can add water, any liquid you like. And now we are having the oven go up to 400 degrees. And it's going to go back up in there for at least 45 minutes. And we're going to check on it every 15 minutes to check the moisture content. Okay?
All right. It's
This is slow food.
This is slow food, folks. Yeah, don't be in a hurry to eat something here because this is going to be awesome.
Closing her up. Alright, so it's been 15 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And we took the cover off, and you can see that it's simmering nicely. And there's always the old story about breaking the top. And some people wanted to at least 3 times during the last phase. Some folks bake it all the way to 7 times. So, back in there for another 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes later, still at 400 degrees. And this thing is evolving. It still looks like a stew.
Looks like it's getting a little crispy though.
I know, it's the whole idea. And again, we're breaking the skin on the top. It's called the skin. And it's wonderful.
Okay, how many more times?
One more time for 15 minutes at 400.
Sweet. Okay, it has been a long time waiting for this. So it looks crusty and yummy. What can you tell me about this? Because it looks really good.
What can I tell you about it?
Like, how long has it cooked now?
Close to 4 hours.
And 4
Overall.
hours is like the minimum. So traditionally, some people go for 7 of this break thing.
Yeah, we broke like we showed you on video earlier.
And that's like tapping the surface.
Well, going through it.
Yeah.
Through the surface. And then you bake it some more. And the minimum is 3 times. Some recipes, it's up to 7 times. Depends on the village you are from, I suppose. Anywho.
Village, region, yeah.
No, village. Anyway, so let's see what we got here. So lots of beans, obviously. And then some of the meat is just...
Can we do the widow meat like that? Yeah.
That's some duck. Any more beans. And then, I don't know, it's all over the place.
Okay. Let's do another one.
Okay. Beans.
My God, it smells divine.
Oh, I see some garlic sausage there. Okay. There we go.
All right, let's get something to try.
This is
out.
like piping hot, like 400 degree hot. So
we're gonna just take a wee bite.
you get them? Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you chin?
No, in France we always smell what we eat. Just because we do.
So good. Okay.
Oh yeah, you can the duck fat it's just
Oh my God.
throughout.
This is the ultimate winter meal.
Well,
Oh my God.
so the only question is,
What?
why is it I do this only once a year?
Our figure. Oh my God, this is
What
so
figure?
good. So, again, it's a winter meal. This is made to stick to your ribs and something that would be found definitely in the winter time in Europe, but not something for the summer. But this is also something that you can make and have it for many days, because I'll bet the more days it has on it, just like a good stew, it's going to get even better.
I have nothing to say. I'm just gonna eat this thing.
Well, thank you. It was a
Well,
labor of love.
Garlic. Just go on and do garlic. All right. See
Thank
you later.
you, folks, and we'll be back with more recipes soon. Be sure to subscribe and pass us on to other friends so we can make this channel grow. And we appreciate all your support. Have a great day. And we'll
Bon
see you again on another vintage day.
Bon appétit.
Bon appetit.